Hey guys, this is the YouTube version of my show. I don't love the idea of even putting it out like this, but I'm going to use YouTube to stay in touch with you guys from now on. That means this version is missing all the stories about coronavirus, insurrection, your Second Amendment rights, and more. All of these, of course, are usually my most honest, brutal, and important stories. Anyway, you can get the entire unfiltered and uncensored show for free by going to thecomicsgym.com or nickdip.com. It's still free on both of these sites, too. And if you want extra content each day, join at patreon.com or thecomicsgym.com for the daily Encore show. Also, while you're on these sites, please make a contribution to keep this show free and check out my tour dates. I'll be in Phoenix, Raleigh, New York, and Texas in the up-and-coming months. Remember, you guys keep thinking it, I'll keep saying it, and please enjoy, and please share today's episode. Talk to you soon. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. How are you, folks? Dirty Monday. Filthy, filthy Monday. That's all there are is Mondays. Let's not kid ourselves. It's like Groundhog Day. Good to be with you. How was your weekend? I lost my fucking wallet, which I've never done as an adult. I haven't. Never lost a wallet, ever. Lost one when I was in high school on spring break, Fort Lauderdale. I got home. Guess what was in the mailbox when I got home? My wallet with the money still in it. Oh, I'm sure that'll happen today. I went to a fucking bar, got a haircut, went to the bar. I remember paying with my credit card at the bar. I checked the credit card company. That's where it was used last. Fucking went back there yesterday looking where I parked, went in the fucking bar. Got shit-faced, fell down, lost my pants. Now listen, and of course the fucking young broads behind the, the bartender goes, that's funny, we've had like 4 complaints like that in the last 2 days. I go, really? You think there might be a fucking pattern? Maybe somebody that works here or a regular? She didn't even connect it to. Really, we've had 11 rapes in the bathroom, but I am fucking... Here's what I'm doing, though. Nobody's used it yet, the credit cards or anything. I'm giving it a couple days because somebody could mail it. You know, Savannah's as friendly as it gets. If there's any town left that somebody might do that, you know. Unless they recognize my name and my license and they vote Democrat. Right now, the guy's wiping his ass with my conceal and carry fucking...
And then mailing it back.
Exactly. Hey, this $5 bill smells like caca. So I've never, I don't want to cancel everything quite yet. I'm going to give it a day or two. If you're out there and, God damn it, what a weird feeling. You feel fucking naked without your wallet. Because I'm a shopaholic. So that was that. Fucking, it's weird. What else? Friggin' Red Sox did something that's never been done in MLB history. They got no hit by the Tampa Bay for 9 innings. Tampa only had 1 hit. Get this game. Goes into extra innings. They do that stupid rule where they put a guy on second base now, like we're playing Little League fucking rule. I was told by my buddy, who's best friends with Angel Fernandez, the fucking umpire, that they were getting rid of that this year. So apparently not. So the Red Sox start with a guy in second. Bobby Dalbec gets up, hits a triple to right, the first hit of the game for the Red Sox. Scores a run. It's 1-0. Vasquez gets up, hits a deep fly to left. Guy tags up 2-0 Red Sox. All excited. Okay, now we go to the bottom of the 10th. Fucking
I mean, the announcers, everybody's like, we got this one in the fucking bag. Get the first two guys out. They're down to their last fucking out. Again, there's a guy on second, right? Guy on second. Ground ball to Trevor Story, our big pickup. Is that his first name? Story, whatever. He's playing second base. He's a natural shortstop. So he's still learning to throw from like right field. You know, the second baseman play deep in the... He makes a throwing error. Now you get guys at first and third. Again, with 2 outs, all this is happening. Kiermaier comes up, hits a fucking 3-run home. Game over. Your sister's filthy box hole. I know it's only April. It's tossing and turning. But I'm telling you, Sox have some flamethrowers coming out of the bullpen. And even the guy that came in last, throwing 96, 90, they couldn't get a bat on him. And if Story makes that play, game over. So, not that upset, but they fucking lost the series. Because they lost yesterday, dinks. And I'm sure you guys appreciate that. I'm updating you on the Red Sox. You're probably from fucking San Jose watching the show. What other thing that I wanted? Fucking... Oh, and Gila... Oh, there... Wait a minute. Relax. He's so... Dallas is so hungry, he can't wait to get to my dish. All right, I'll do it now since you put it up. This is a dish. I based it on a few dishes I've had over the years. Those are chicken tenders, my friends, that I deep fried. Those are hot cherry red peppers. That's garlic, chunks of garlic in there, in a white sauce, kind of a white wine sauce with a hit of Parmesan at the end. I ate that whole, that's how I served it to myself in that pan. Do you understand how red hot cherry peppers are? I ate every fucking... I thought I was having triplets at 3 in the morning. My ass was on fire, and I don't mean good looking. I added a little sweet and sour component to it. I hit it with a little honey, the chicken fingers when they come out, and then I hit it again at the end state with a little honey, and then red wine vinegar gives it a sweet sour component. This thing could win an award. I swear my mother. But you got to have a tolerance for fucking spice. Because my nose was dripping, and my stomach's probably half gone, like my grandmother. She had to have her stomach fixed. She used to eat the peppers like they were fucking candy, with the seeds in them. That's what burns your asshole, by the way, the seeds. We're going to do a food segment every day. We have to. But let me tell you something. That was, I don't mean to brag. That's something you pay $40 for in an Italian restaurant. I swear to God. So Dallas is going to do it. Poison him and Gianna. It'll be terrific when you come in, your ass hairs are singed. And finally, anybody catch? This is me. I'm at the bar with a couple drinks of me. That's how stupid and how bad my memory is. I see Fury. This guy, Fury, a fighter. I'm thinking MMA. So I order the fight. I'm thinking, I forgot he was a heavyweight boxer. I pay $70. I'm not into boxing anymore. Although I've seen this guy fight. That's why I ordered, but I was thinking I saw him as an MMA fighter. He's 6'9", 260. He's literally a gypsy from the UK. Grew up like a fucking gypsy, whatever the fuck. 6'9", 260, fighting a guy that was like a black guy, like 250 or 260. So he towered over the guy, but this guy was, they get into it, it gets ugly. Elbows, they start tackling each other, the ref fucking warning them. And then in, I don't know, 4th or 5th round, he catches him with a fucking uppercut. Do you know how much leverage when you're 6'9" and your arms are 10 feet long? He hit this guy. I thought his head was going to pop off, like Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Remember? This guy was out on his feet, and he hits him with the uppercut, and he goes like this. He pushes him like this, and the guy, like he cut a tree down, out like a fucking light, game over. And then he grabs the microphone. He always does this. He did it in Vegas. What song did he do in Vegas? It's a song that we all know. But he grabs the microphone after a few interviews. 94,000 people at Wembley Stadium watching. 94. Sets a record. Starts singing American Pie. The whole first verse. He's such a ham and fucking likable. They went shithouse. And he says he's retiring. So, I don't know. We'll see him in Vegas. Doing a show tunes. But anyways, that was almost worth the $70. 94,000 fucking people going nuts. And Guy Lafleur, they had a big ceremony for Guy Lafleur. The Canadians and Bruins played him last night, and that was I was sitting there, my eyes were filling up. All these fucking sports heroes I haven't dropping dead, which means I'm on deck. It's a matter of time, if I'm lucky. But I started thinking about my buddy Greg, my best friend who passed away, you know. Me and him fucking obviously hated the Canadians with a passion, being from Boston. But you couldn't hate Guy Lafleur. Even as he was just a classy guy. Blonde flowing hair, he skated at 200 miles an hour, had a slap shot that he had 60 goals a couple times. And he fucking broke the Bruins' heart in 1978. Anyhow, very, very classy the way they do. They fucking, his face was everywhere on the ice. Standing ovation for just his number up. They had a light on his number on the stand. It had to go 10 minutes. It would start to die down and it would get fucking nuts for like 10 minutes. Because hockey is, you know, in Montreal. Anyways, let's get on the show. Let's see we can talk about a couple angry minorities.
Make me a sandwich. Make me a fucking sandwich.
In our shut up and make me a sandwich. We're going to go on a diet tomorrow. Sandwiches. Make me a sandwich segment tonight. An animal rights protester. Oh, God, they're the worst. Them and the environmentalists, I don't know who's. They're both domestic terrorists, by the way, Joe Biden, you dumb twat. Why don't you pick on them, guys who and women who do actual violence? An animal rights protest wearing an NBA referee jersey stormed on the court during the Minnesota Timberwolves and Memphis Grizzlies playoff game that I wouldn't watch if it was in my kitchen. Yuck. At Minnesota's Target Center Saturday night, the third protester removed from the court in 10 days. The woman was sitting in the second row courtside behind the Timberwolves owner, Glenn Taylor, when she forced her way onto the court as players fought for a rebound with 10:44 left in the third quarter.
Well, I don't want to break up the meeting or nothing, but she's something of a doc.
How do you mean that?
She likes a rigged game, you know what I mean?
Ugh. Did we show her? Let's do it. Look at this. Look at her ugly lesbian friends. Look at these men. Look at that. Ugh! Wonder why she's a, huh? Once again, my theory in life. Women who nobody wants to fuck, angry at the world. Let's join a group of people just like us and pretend we're doing good. Look at her hand. She could palm a basketball herself, that last he-she. Did you, apparently, by watching that, apparently the security was tipped off that this might happen, I'm guessing. Because they were right there.
Well, look at this image. This image right here has, he is just about to bear hug her as she's in midair.
Yeah, she's not even on the goddamn court yet. You ignorant slut. According to the animal rights group, she attempted to whistle to stop play as she approached Taylor at his courtside seat to issue a technical foul and ejection, along with a fine against Forbes' richest billionaire in Minnesota. Once again, the ugly activists, cuckoo, whether it's animal or fucking climate change, cuckoo broad, hates billionaires because you don't have the ability ever to become one. It got nothing to do with sexism. This is the third protest at a Timberwolves game orchestrated by the organization. Why do you let them in? I mean, I guess they don't announce who they are. On April 16th, during game one of the playoff series, an animal rights activist chained herself to the basket stanchion, where I would have beat her to death with a fucking bat because she couldn't get away, or light her on fire like ISIS does. The woman wearing a T-shirt that read, Glenn Taylor roasts animals alive.
Bon appetit.
Tried to lock herself to the hoop during a stoppage of play in the second quarter after throwing flyers on the floor. Direct action everywhere. Identified the woman as Zoe Rosenberg.
She's a malignant.
Take it easy. Is that her? Yeah. That's her? Angry Jew broad. Look at her. Look at her. She's a man. Look at the brother next to her. Jesus Christ. Should have choked her out. 3 days earlier, another woman from the organization, they call them women, glued her wrist to the court during the second quarter of the Timberwolves home game against the Clippers. I'm telling you, NBA, you got to use this shit to your advantage. They should have left you there for the rest of the game. And anybody who goes by gets to kick her in the face. And if you don't kick her in the face, it's a foul on you. Look at that dumb. What kind of glue works that quickly, by the way? I don't know. Must be Gorilla Glue, because look at her. Because of chickens. And all this was about, they said 5 million chickens had to be destroyed because of swine flu, or not swine flu, bird flu disease, whatever the fuck. I heard up to 30 million. Whatever, but I don't care. Fucking broads charging the court.
You fucking whore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Go home. Get my dinner ready.
Make a chicken. Oh my God. Come on. You hear what's going on, folks? As far as, listen to this. Again, saw this on, and again, Fox News, sorry. Fucking Tucker Carlson has the best show in his ratings. He's got Democrats, more Democrats watching it than CNN and MSNBC combined. So don't tell me. Anyways, we've had, in the last 12 months, we've had over 14 food processing places shut down. 2 of them were hit by planes, and the other ones I can't remember. There's a bunch of reasons. It's very weird, though. That happens. The chicken industry just destroyed 30 million chickens. China's buying up farmland like crazy. Do you see? That could lead to a shortage. People are predicting it. But you guys, just be aware. All kinds of shit's going on. Well, we're fighting over fucking pronouns. This is what's happening under our fucking nose. Ay, ay, ay. So, fucking go to a basketball game. Why do you, that's how dumb they are. You should do that at a football game that gets real fucking audience. WNBA, nobody gives a shit anymore. I got news for you. Even in the playoffs, apparently. Let's move on. Speaking of chickens, catch and release. Huh? 4 men, this is the next story, folks. 4 men allegedly busted with weapons, including some that were loaded by the NYPD's new anti-gun unit, were allowed to walk free within hours of their arrest, thanks to lax judges and bail reform. They just said, go ahead, go hurt somebody.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, exactly. Here's the problem, folks, and white supremacists predicted it. My late great friend who went to these meetings and said the libs are going to have all the judges, minority police commissioners. Of course, they blamed it on, people blame the world things on. I'm just saying, and it's all going down. They might have been racist and ignorant as far as that goes, but the NYPD said the new neighborhood safety teams made 25 gun arrests in their first 3 weeks since launching in March, but the Post was only able to obtain court records or information for 12 of the cases. I wonder why that is. Of those 12, just 1 man remains behind bars, meaning 11 of the defendants are back on the street, including the 4 who were cut loose with no bail. And we wonder why crime's out of control in New York. The others had posted bail that was set in their respective cases.
What the hell's going on out here?
Lib judges, that's what's going on. Lib lawyers, it's all, guys, it just shows how much they hate you, the taxpayer. They don't respect, it's fucking priceless. Between Biden letting people pour over the border, we have no idea who they are, letting criminals loose, and you guys go to work every day and pay your taxes and shit, and you'll be the victim, or your mother, or your wife, or brother or sister of this eventually. One of the sprung includes, I wonder what color this guy is. Tyquise Bell. Tyquise. That's my new stage name, Tyquise DiPaolo. 23, who was allegedly nabbed by NST cops on March 30th in the Bronx after they spotted a 9mm Taurus pistol, which I just got one from my late great buddy, inside the lower leg of his pants. Surprised he had pants on. I found it, this is what he says, the suspect. I found it for sure 2 days ago. I've only had it for 2 days. Bell allegedly told police during the bust, according to a criminal complaint.
You're lying. And you're a piece of
Oh,
shit.
they know they can play the system. During his arraignment the next day, the Bronx District Attorney's Office and Judge Shridya Papashan, there's the Indian smackafucker face. You stupid. Papashan. What is that? Sounds like a new product from Papa John's. Try the papashan. Yeah, the papashan. Sort of like the Pizzone, only Indian. This is the judge that released it. Are you happy? Brown, female. You wonder why the country runs best with old white guys running it? Papashan, a former public defender. And, here's the kicker, a Bill de Blasio appointee. You see how that works? The Trump appointee last week took care of business as far as, what was the ruling she made? Was that the fucking, the dissent? Thank you very much. Well done, producer. I got no memory. It's getting worse. Anyways, de Blasio appointee agreed to spring him on supervised release because the charges weren't bail eligible, record show. What else is she going to do? A day? How is that even legal? That guy's going to go hurt somebody else. A day later in Brooklyn, 2 more NST arrestees were freed shortly after the arrest on gun charges. And again, I don't want to hear how racist the legal system is ever again. And by the way, this isn't just a recent occurrence, letting violent people back on the street. When I was living in New York, I'd read about a guy had 31 arrests and he's back on this. It's been going on forever. But now it's out in the open. They're letting you people know. Xavier Rogers, another Irishman, 19, was drinking out of a Casamigos tequila bottle. I like the name. Casamigos. That's right. That's a friend's house, right? Where'd you get the booze? Casamigos. Tequila bottle around 1:30 a.m., which always leads to good shit, in Bedford-Stuyvesant, home of the great Chris Rock, when an NST unit spotted a loaded 9mm pistol on him. That's what the court, right? Wow, we have court records of it? Yet do we let him back out again, right?
You all saw him. He had a gun.
Aaron Rodgers took off running from the cops and dropped the gun. He tried to pitch it to a new receiver, which is co-defendant Robert Griffin, 19, picked up the gun, Robert Griffin did, shoved it into a plastic shopping bag, the record show. Inside the bag was a loaded B6C, I have a G2C. Sazma, this is a different gun? Or is this still the Taurus? No. How do you say that? Sazma's pistol with 1 cartridge in the chamber and 12 cartridges in the magazine. I like to know the percentage of black people that carry guns in New York. I was going to say legally and illegally, but you can't carry one. You can't get one if you go through it legally. The duo was, and of course they go, but they're coming up from North Carolina and South, so stop them. If you know where they're coming from. The duo was charged with second-degree firearm possession, a felony charge for which bail can be set. But during the arraignment, Judge Phyllis Chu, seen here, drinking her own urine. You fucking, what a country of, this is Judge Phyllis. She freed them, both on supervised release, court records show.
I think your brain is going soft.
She ain't got no brain. Here she is drinking with a bunch of highfalutin prosecutors from she won't have to deal with the criminals. The people who are releasing them, they live behind gated. She's a judge. She has security. You deal with them. Prosecutors from the Brooklyn District Attorney's Office asked Chu, another de Blasio appointee, what a filthy, even from the grave he's killing him, to hold Rogers on $10,000 cash, $20,000 bond, or $40,000 partially secured bond, but she declined. When Griffin was arraigned, prosecutors consented to supervised release after seeing that his co-defendant had just been sprung by Chu. So let's compound the stupid move. Later that month, a Brooklyn judge sprung Marcos Malvar without bail following his March 26 bust by NST cops on felony firearm possession charges, according to the court records. Malvar, 21, was pulled over in a car that had drugs inside, and cops also turned up a loaded High-Point model CF-38 firearm, semi-automatic weapon with 3 rounds of ammo inside his bedroom dresser. He was also charged with criminal obstruction of breathing. Listen to this. This one made me laugh. Criminal obstruction of breathing. I'm going, Did he choke his wife with a chili pepper? For allegedly choking his girlfriend's, the mother of his children. That's called obstruction of breathing. It's Cooper Anderson auditioning for his new show. Suck it. Anderson Cooper. I call him Cooper Anderson again. Fucking hate that name. Say it on purpose now. Assistant District Attorney Ari Rottenberg, Jew, said during Malvar's arraignment on both cases that the offenses were bail eligible, but given the specific circumstances of the matter, he recommended Judge Laura Johnson cut him loose on supervised release, according to the transcript of the proceeding. Oh, there he is. There's Mr. Rottenberg. That's a
That
woman.
would be Mr. Mrs. Judge.
Yeah, that's a judge.
Johnson, yep.
Yeah, that's Judge Johnson? Yep. Yeah, there you go. Looks like Tom Johnson, a guy that coached the Bruins in the 70s. Look at this thing. See, she has a chip on her shoulder, folks, because she never fit into the mainstream. So now she can get back at you people who rejected. I'm telling you, this is their fucking mindset. You can laugh in my face. This is their way of getting back at society that didn't accept them. Of course, she's as liberal as the day is fucking long, and I say we start banning gay people from being judges and lawyers. Nick, you can't. Yeah, you can. They do it with white people. I remember Biden coming out and saying, my next fucking Supreme Court's going to be a black woman. Discriminate against everybody but a black woman. I don't want any more fucking bench. Johnson, and you know why they can't be objective? Johnson ended up releasing Malvar on his own recognizance, of course.
Uh-oh, retard alert! Retard alert!
I hope she gets the tip of her dick caught in her zipper. That's your punishment, Frank. Let's be frank. Well, you are Frank. Our Father who... Next story. It doesn't add up. That's the headline. The Florida Department of Education released examples of what it calls problematic material that led it to ban dozens of math textbooks, including a lesson with an algebra graph measuring racial prejudice. I'll say that again. An algebra problem measuring racial prejudice. I say that again. So right away you go, it has to be word problems, right? It has to be. You can't do numbers. They're working their Marxist horseshit, their anti-white fucking propaganda into math. You know how they said math was racist? So now it is. You made it racist, the left, not the right. You fucking people. You have no idea how to run a bowling alley. What? I have no idea. The Department of Education, this is in Florida, rejected 54 math textbooks, about 41% of publishers' submissions, for content that officials said tried to indoctrinate students or expose them to dangerous and divisive concepts. Facing a slew of requests to share examples of what led to the bans, the department posted 4 photos of math problems on its website Thursday. What, me racist? Says a lesson titled Adding and Subtracting Polynomials. They got the word racist in the title of a math problem. Oh, God, help me. More than 2 million people have tested their racial prejudice using an online version of the implicit association test. Who makes this shit up? And when do they do all this? You know what I'm saying? That's how you know it. That's how you know it's a political philosophy or agenda that has existed before. And they just move it over to here. Saul Alinsky, fucking rules for radicals, all those jerk. Most groups' average scores, this is what in the math problem, right? Fall between slight and moderate bias. But you see what they're doing, people? So your kids are reading this and they're going, oh, I didn't know there was that much bias, before they even get to the actual math problem. But the difference among groups by age and political identification are intriguing, the problem states. The lesbian teacher with a handlebar mustache and thick ankles tells Billy. It goes on to share a formula telling students they will partake in exercises using a model to show what a white piece of racist shit you are. Oh my
You
God.
shit-kicking, stinky horse-smelling motherfucker, you!
That was a dyke professor. Another problem involves graphs that supposedly measure levels of racial prejudice and are broken down by age and political identification. This is actually brilliant. It's like slipping. If your dog had to have some medicine he wouldn't eat, you put it in the food that he likes. Pretty good analyses, Greg. Nick, I just call myself Greg. Wow. Time for me to hit the... My wife says she's already picked out a nursing home in Savannah. I don't think she's kidding. That fucking wallet is bugging me. Because I've never... They were, by the way, these graphs, they were based on the implicit association test, as was the polynomial lesson, although it wasn't clear if both problems were from the same rejected textbook. Who gives a fuck?
Just the facts, ma'am.
Who cares? How evil and underhanded is the left? Here's what amazes me. Obviously, we got Mr. DeSantis, who I think is positioning himself to be the next president, because he's going after the problems, whether it's fucking this type of critical race, all this stuff. Disney and their fucking indoctrination. And during he had it right, everybody else had it wrong. How do you not pick him? Except for my boy Trump. How about two presidents? You change the rules every day, it seems like. All right, so here's, I'm laughing this, that's the guy, see the black ball guy to his right? He's like the, what do you call it? No, the Surgeon General in Florida, whatever. He's the head medical guy. And the guy to his right is a point guard for Florida State. I don't know why he's there. What? And anyways, here's what Ron DeSantis had to say.
About getting the right answer, and we want kids to learn to think so they get the right answer. It's not about how you feel about the problem or to introduce some of these other things. There's a right answer and there's a wrong answer, and we want all our students getting the right answers. And so most of the books that did not meet Florida standards for whatever reason happen to be in the early grades. As you get into the older grades, most of those books did meet the standards, but
He was the best guy around.
He still is. Why don't the right fight back and give, why don't they do it to the left students? You know what I mean? Kaisha, Tyrone, and Willie stole 3 lesbians' bikes. No bond was set. Is that right? Willie ended up raping 2 white girls. If the bond is $2,500 and they put down $100, you see how I could be the greatest president ever? But shrunk my face.
Don't say a fucking word to me. I'll get up and I'll bury this telephone in your head.
That should have been in there somewhere. A third posted lesson said its objective was for students to build proficiency with social awareness as they practice with empathizing with classmates. In other words, groupthink. Oh my God. The so-called social emotional learning, that's SEL, in math, I fucking aced that one, is prohibited in Florida. Under Governor Ron DeSantis, the Sunshine State also has eliminated critical race theory from curricula in its schools. I love this guy. I love him. And if anybody on the left doesn't like it, suck it.
Don't say a fucking word to me. I'll get up and I'll bury this telephone in your head.
That's what he said, Ron DeSantis. Most of the rejected math books were on grade levels K to 5, the department said. K to 5. They're getting them in kindergarten. Even the law that, you know who put, the so-called no gay law, which doesn't say that DeSantis has passed, it's K to 3rd grade, which to me is still, so it's all right for 4th graders to hear about, getting hormone shots and turning into a fucking, hunchback. You know who I miss? Jerry Sandusky. Now, there was a fine coach. I was at B&D and they had the sound off, and it was a thing on about Paterno, and in subtitles I was riveted. Anyways, that was my weekend, folks. Cooking, laying on the couch, playing my guitar like a 12-year-old, burning my asshole out with cherry peppers. Went to the dump. That has nothing to do with the peppers, the actual dump. I threw shit out with my wife. And the funny thing is, if she doesn't suggest any of that shit, do you understand my house would look exactly the same as when I moved in 3 years ago? Now it's like a whole fucking 4-star hotel, a Southern hotel.
Yeah, it looks fucking nice.
You know, right, Dallas? Fucking wife is unbelievable. She'll be up on a ladder. I never thought I'd be that guy. I'm laying on the couch with a beer. Don't fall. Can you hold this? I can't. They're doing a tribute to Guy Lafleur. Love French. It's very romantic. It's like another romantic language would be German. That is Russian. That's German for shit on my chest. Nick, do you have to throw that in? Yeah, I do, because I'm fucking bored out of my tits. Ladies and gentlemen, right here on our stage, so Ron DeSantis, no doubt, is going to be running, I would say, right? Unless this man right here, who I miss, I had to put this in, no big deal, but he's out there campaigning. Do you understand he works harder than Biden does every day? He could be playing golf, which he does a lot of, but he could be, I can't sit still. I remember during the debates, he would call Jeb Bush low energy, and I'd be laying on the couch half asleep going, so am I. Quit picking on him. Anyways, he was in Ohio, a couple other places this weekend, a rally, but this one's from Ohio. Here's the greeting he got.
I am your voice.
They fucking love me. They love me from Dublin to Cincinnati. Probably the greatest building I've ever built. Maybe the world's ever seen.
He's got to come back. I'm starting to get his voice down. It's been 9 years. Anyways, Donald was out there doing what he does best. Got a couple quick clips of him. First, he was pointing out Joe Biden's flaws, busting Biden's balls into a fine powder, reminding the people of Ohio, which is always an important state, by the way, right? I think he won that one, didn't he? But it's one of those ones. I think it's a swing state, they call it. Anyways, here's Trump reminding the old people from Ohio how bad the current president is.
Shaking hands with the air. He's walking around somewhat bewildered. I'd say it's no good. And taking orders from the Easter Bunny. You saw that one? No. You know, the Easter Bunny was a political operative. He did a good job, actually. That guy, we should hire that guy. He was very good.
Busting Biden's balls.
You know, I fucking hate the way you make me fucking ride you. Now get the fuck out of here.
That was Tony Soprano on the dance floor to Richie Aprile, his arch enemy. Richie Aprile got caught selling coke on the trash routes. Dude, you'll eat this show up. He's telling Richie, get the fuck out of here. And here's, Trump again just saying he wants to make the country beautiful.
We want to start talking about our country and greatness again. We are one movement, one people, one family, and one glorious American nation. So with the help of everyone here today and citizens all across our land, we will make America powerful again.
Let's hope so. Let's hope we don't get nuked before that happens. JD Vance is a guy who wrote Hillbilly, what's it called? I never can remember the word. You know, don't you? Anyways, Hillbilly, oh, come on, Nick, for fuck's sake. Why can I never remember that word? Why? Because I'm fucking retarded? Uh-oh, the wife's text me. What the fuck does she want? Huh! My wallet! The woman found my wallet! Oh my God! Where is it? She writes in, hi, remember me? She got to mock black people with her.
I'm kidding. That's how her friend talks, Tracy. Holy fucking mollies. Let the camera run. Folks, I'm going to find out where it was. Oh, my God, it was in her ass. I knew she sat on the... Hold on. I am so happy right now, I could whack it on fucking camera. Where was it? Oh, no, a Puerto Rican's left hand. How? No. There's no Puerto Ricans down here. Folks, I'm just kidding. I love all people and hate them equally. Come on, answer the question. How can you text somebody and then somebody texts you back 1/10 of a second later and they're not there? How in God? Maybe she was kidnapped.
Hillbilly elegy.
Thank you. Thank you, producer. Anyhow. So here's JD Vance. Very smart dude. He's really fucking. They made a movie out of that too. My wife saw the fucking guy. I guess she took some guy out when I was in Denver at my instruction. Hope she got a handful. Go ahead, let's listen.
That the January 6th protesters, many of whom are not even accused of a violent crime, would still be rotting in prison without an ounce of due process, which is required under our Constitution. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of not living in a country that makes its own stuff, that relies on the communist Chinese to make the things that we need.
Not me. I love shit.
I'm sick of knowing that our own FBI is more concerned about arresting American citizens than it is about stopping the drug and sex trafficking across our
Goddamn
southern
right, JD.
border.
Now let me tell you about some people of color.
I'm sick of the big tech companies censoring conservatives, shutting us up. I am sick of a president, Joe Biden, who will buy oil and gas from every single person in the world except for a middle-class southeastern Ohioan who's trying to earn a living to support his family. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sick of all of it.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
So Trump threw his weight behind him. So that's a win, I would say. Wouldn't you, Ohioans? Are you? They pissed off the... You can't piss off the parents of school children and shit. Not just that. I mean, there's lefties upset. You know how he's getting rid of Title 42 or whatever, the thing Trump passed to keep fucking, there's Democrats who don't want that to happen. Let people come in and, fucking carrying else and not be termed. I kind of forget the exact ruling. Look it up, for the love of fucking God. I'm busy. I'm the third base coach for the Savannah Bananas.
You got a break dance.
I know. That's the owner. Somebody told me that. Tom Rhodes, a comedian, had a great bit about his Little League coach. His Little League coach being a heroin addict. And he got caught stealing like 10 times because he thought this was one of the signals. That was one of his signature bits. God, I love comedy. Anyways, yeah, I hope JD Vance does something. And again, you know what? I'm tired of fucking Ted Cruz. I hate to say it. The brightest guy on the right, but what the fuck have you done? Jim Jordan, you talk a good game. Fucking Trey Gowdy, who's now doesn't know what to do with his fucking hairdo. All you guys. He's out of Congress, Trey Gowdy. But anyways, let's move on to a guy who I absolutely love. And you'd love to if you're my age or even younger. Arguably the most successful, well, as far as comedians go, mostly. He was like the highest paid actor like 20 years ago for a couple of years. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah, pond or a pool, that'd be good. Bill Murray, he's making a movie currently, right? I guess he bunched somebody's panties. Folks, those of you who've never been on a movie set, you're not going to get more PC. Especially after #MeToo. It was always horrible because, again, it's Hollywood. It's all libs. It's run by libs for libs. And it was the fucking TV. I saw it on Grace Under Fire, sitcoms. There's rules and you look at somebody wrong, you brush somebody's tit, they're going to put you in jail for. It's always been like that. Bill Murray's an old school guy, all right? Old school. He likes a good time.
Anyways, Bill Murray was allegedly touchy with a woman, that's plural, E-N, on set of Being Mortal, ironically titled, before the shoot was shut down. Oh, what lesbian got mad? Filming of the 71-year-old Saturday Night Live Legends movie was suspended last week after a complaint was reportedly filed specifically against the actor, alleging inappropriate behavior.
You're raping me.
No, I'm not.
This is rape. This is rape. This is rape.
How's that rape? I'm pulling lint off your sweater. Sure, it was on your left tit, but people were laughing. By Thursday, the film was suspended indefinitely amid an investigation into the Ghostbusters stuff. Why do you bring up Ghostbusters? Other movies he's made, that's one they keep. Piece of shit. Stars on, I didn't like it, on set actions. A source told Page 6 he was very hands-on, touchy, not in any personal areas, but like put an arm around a woman, touched her hair, pulled her ponytail while he was behind her humping. No, but always in a comedic way. And this is in quotes. I don't know who's saying it. It is a fine line, and everybody loves Bill. But while his conduct is not illegal, some women felt uncomfortable, and he crossed a line. Well, you see, that's not how it works. Because you guys turn this country into, you turn sex and relations between men and women upside down on its head. You guys pass laws. So you know what? We go by the laws, not how you feel. If you didn't do anything illegal, I told you, anything less than banging the fucking secretary on the IBM machine should go, meaning should be allowed. But he crossed a fine line, and you guys keep moving the line and the goalposts. I want to know, why don't they mention who's, you know, she looks like one of those environmentalists. Ugh.
Fuck you and fuck you! Who's next?
That was Bill. Meanwhile, Richard Dreyfuss, another humorless left-wing New Yorker lib, his son Ben dropped a bombshell allegation Thursday night at the Walt Disney Company that the Walt Disney Company was forced to hire bodyguards to protect the cast and crew of his dad's 1991 comedy, What About Bob, from Bill Murray. They were there to protect Dreyfuss from Bill Murray. New Yorkers, you know, you have a reputation for being tough, but you couldn't be here. And I'm talking showbiz. Even De Niro has let me down. Ben Dreyfuss. Dreyfuss is a great actor, by the way. I'm just saying, but he's typical New Yorker, thinks his shit don't smell. Ben Dreyfuss, 35, claimed on Twitter that Murray had a meltdown. This is back in 1991, because he wanted an extra day off, but was denied by the late producer, Laura Ziskin. Murray allegedly ripped off her glasses off her face, and this is Ben talking. My dad complained about his behavior, and Bill Murray threw an ashtray at him, Ben wrote.
I know what you did. You're a damn terrorist. All right, just get the hell out of here, huh?
I don't have to take this working class shit. Everyone walked off the production and flew back to L.A. This is a movie he was making when he was huge. They flew back to L.A. It only resumed after Disney hired some bodyguards to physically separate my dad and Bill Murray in between takes. How do you work with each other? How do you go, you know, now you're going to act?
Well, his character absolutely despises it in the movie, so you get a lot of authenticity there.
I did not know that. I can't even remember if I saw that. I mean, I remember hearing about it. Very good. That's how, again, my favorite road comedy that I told you and Gianna have to get on. Midnight Run. De Niro couldn't stand Grodin and vice versa, and boy, it was so good. Both great actors. Anyways, he then offered sarcastically, this is Bill Murray, he says, I was like 5 at the time, and these are some of my fondest and earliest memories. Good movie, though. That's what Bill said. The elder Dreyfuss previously addressed the alleged ashtray incident by calling Murray a drunken bully. Oh, there it is. But without airing all the dirty laundry. He put his face next to me, this is Dreyfuss talking, Richard Dreyfuss, nose to nose, and he screamed at the top of his lungs, everyone hates you. You are tolerated.
Dreyfus revealed in 2009. There was no time to react because he leaned back and he took a modern glass-blown ashtray. He threw it at my face from only a couple feet away. And it weighed about 3/4 of a pound. And he missed me. He tried to hit me. I got up and left. You know why you left, Richard? How could you hate Bill Murray? How could you? For you people who are much younger than me and don't remember Bill Murray on SNL, arguably, again, maybe one of the most successful guys to come out of that show, but he used to do a thing called Nick the Lounge Singer. And what's funny about this song was huge at the time. And, you know, one of those songs everybody made fun of because it was corny, syrupy. But here he is at a ski lodge. He'd do this like almost every week on the show. It got so popular. But here's him at a ski lodge singing to a lady with a cast on her leg. Oh, how can you get mad at him? And now he's, you know, look, he's a zillionaire, right? And him and his, I went to Chicago. Him and his brother have a restaurant chain out there. And he's just, you know, he golfs, he gets drunk. You know, he likes to have what used to be a good time. Puts his arm around a girl on a movie set. Let's fucking castrate him. Fuck you and everything you believe in, feminists. That's the show. I thought I'd end on a light note. Don't forget, thecomicsgym.com. Please sign up monthly. Do that at thecomicsgym.com, patreon.com. Go to nickdip.com. You can click on the tour dates here I'm going to be. A couple weekends I'm going to be up in the New York area, Peekskill at a theater, Paramount Theater, and Levittown, New York at Governor's. So, and don't forget cameo.com. If you want me to roast a friend or relative, go to cameo.com, tell me a little about the person. I make a video on my phone. People love it. It's fun. Or I can be nice and say happy birthday. And people like ball busting. That's it. You guys think it, I'll say you're very welcome. See you back here at the same time tomorrow. Have a good rest of the day.